your character.
Okay, so we've done every other character's story up until now. The only characters that we don't really have too much left is Big and Knuckles. Both of their stories are effectively done. I just didn't show Knuckles post story stuff because I realized that Sonic's post egg carrier stuff was a little bit short, so I'm gonna just tie in Tails and Knuckles' little bits that they have left to that video before Sonic's. Amy's story is only at 60% once you get off the egg carrier. And Big is all done. And the reason for that is that Gamma's whole story, most of his story takes place after the egg carrier. So I'm gonna do Gamma's, and then I'm gonna go back to Amy and finish that up, and then I'm going to go back through and get all the other ending stories. Okay.
Preparation complete.
Also, since this is the episode right after it... wait,
Excellent! All systems, full power! Look at me! I'm your brilliant creator, Dr. Robotnik. You're the second of my E100 model machines. E102, codename Gamma.
Gamma.
That's right. You will now obey only me.
okay, so welcome to the incredibly funky sounding Eggman base. Unironically, my favorite section in the entire series, in the entire GameCube era series, is this area over here. It's pretty neat. Down here is it's a big wide open area. It's kind of neat. But up here is the coolest part. So we have where Gamma was, and then we have right here, Sonic CDs is Metal Sonic, and the lesser known Silver Sonic from was it 3 and Knuckles, or was Silver Sonic specifically from the other games in the series? I believe it was from 3 and Knuckles. So I always assumed that Silver Sonic was actually from 3. He's actually from 2. I don't know why I always get that confused. Kind of weird. But specifically, this model of Silver Sonic was first shown off in this game. It's not specifically Silver Sonic, because if you check that game, he looks a lot more silver. And this one is metallic blue with gun fingers. It's interesting. I'm not going to dwell on it too much, but yeah, it's from Sonic 2. The like bug-eyed lenses, the Silver Sonic has always made him look so cool. I kind of like Silver Sonic a little bit more than base Metal Sonic. It's fairly cool. I like moving around this area.
The shooting range is through this door. Your big brother, E101 Beta, is there practicing. Enter, Gamma! You're not as advanced as Beta is, but you'll do fine.
Okay. Welcome to Final Egg.
Destroy the Sonic target.
So,
Destroy the targets, and you'll get extra time.
oh right, we have a time limit. So, Final Egg is one of the only levels that we have never been in with any character. Final Egg is a level that is only shared with 3 characters. One of them is Gamma, one of them is Sonic, and the other one is Amy. We still haven't done Amy's level with that one yet.
Mission complete.
Destroy the Sonic doll. Gamma's levels are all kind of like that. They're all really neat. Where you're using your laser to lock onto enemies and then shooting. Although...
Good job, Gamma. I didn't think you had what it takes. Okay then, Gamma. Here's your test. If you want to stay on board, you must be able to pass it. So pay attention to what I say. The almighty Egg Carrier is a flying fortress that needs a good crew. Come forth, Beta! I'd like you to meet your older brother, E101. Just call him Beta. I am pitting the 2 of you against each other, and the winner serves on my ship. I put my bets on Beta, but I owe you at least a fair chance.
Okay. So. The boss fight with Beta is one of my favorite fights in the game. Not this one, the later one, but it's...
Mission complete.
Man, you don't hear his theme too much.
Ho, you surprised me, Gamma. I had a funny feeling there was more to you than meets the eye. I hereby grant Gamma permission to serve on board the Egg Carrier. What? So you want to come along with us, eh? Okay. We could always use a spare set of parts, I guess. You have special permission. Aha! Testing 1, 2, 3. You, the elite Egg Carrier crew, are here today to hear a very special announcement. Behold! It's a tailed frog! Very unique. This frog is absolutely vital to my plans. I command you to locate this frog immediately! You hear me? I don't care what it takes to get it. Just bring it to me! We haven't got time to waste, so come to attention!
Okay. So, you'll notice that your customer were on strike. Yeah, so this is during the time where Sonic and Amy are just about to go in the Twinkle Park. I believe they should actually be around here somewhere, now that I think about it.
Mode change.
Yeah, Gamma has this, like, anti-water mode, which is actually pretty interesting. It allows him to actually get a pretty good vertical jump while he's, like that. Oddly enough, he is actually one of the,
Mode change.
he has one of the best vertical leaps of any other character. So, Gamma's gameplay is going to be really interesting, but I kind of wanted to bring something up while we're in between levels right now, because we have to go into Emerald Coast, because if you remember, during Big's story, we take Froggy from him. I do kind of like how out of all the characters, Gamma's the one that has the least explanations of where to go of any of the other characters. And yet you have to use the other characters, like, clues about what happens when to access it.
A long-tailed frog is seen heading toward the beach.
Thank you, Tikal. Okay, so I guess the best way to kind of explain it, now that I've had to put some of my thoughts together, is that if you'll notice, like what I mentioned back when we were doing Tails' story, Sonic views Eggman as this, like, goofy weirdo who keeps getting in his way. And so Dr. Eggman, even though he sounds brilliant, what he says comes off as very rather goofy sometimes. So yeah, comes off as rather goofy sometimes when it comes to Sonic's cutscenes, while Tails views him as an actual, like, threat because he's scared of him. Oh, sorry about that. Meanwhile, Gamma has an actually different viewpoint. If you'll notice, a lot of the cutscenes with Eggman, Gamma hears Eggman as a stern but loving father. And it's a very interesting way to kind of view Eggman that you don't really, like, see until, like, Frontiers. It's such an interesting, like, way to depict Eggman that literally we haven't seen, that we didn't see in the 20 years after this game came out.
Disengaged.
But yeah, it's really fascinating to kind of see Gamma kind of view his creator as a father figure. It's not too much of a shock, you know? But it is interesting to kind of see him in this light. Yeah. Gamma's levels are just very loud, you'll notice, when it comes to, like, all the noises that are going around. And to be honest, I wouldn't change it for the world. It is a cacophony of stuff going on, and I love it. Oh, there he is.
Frog capture complete.
He was just sitting in a bubble, like all the other Mobinis, which is a fascinating thing to kind of think about, where it's like, oh yeah, Gamma would just see this frog as just a normal, like, any other creature that's in a robot. Sonic Drift Racing was added to the list. Cool. Now I can play Sonic Drift.
Must determine location. Accessing data. Accessing data. No data found. Location unknown. This presents a problem.
Okay, so one of the things you'll kind of notice is that Gamma's voice, when just doing normal gameplay, slightly different than his voice in cutscenes.
No! Don't go any closer! I'm sorry. I see you must not be one of them, huh? Did you notice the presence guarding these children? He's a very loving and gentle creature. These little creatures are too vulnerable without its protection. This protection allows them to continue seeing in peace. Even I was surprised the first time I saw him. Now my father is trying to take their sacred home. It seems his heart is closed off to us all. My true hope is that someday we'll understand each other.
This frog's the one we want. No, here's the real one.
My frog is the right one.
Ah, dummies, 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 dummies! None of you got the right one. We must find the frog with Chaos's tail. That same frog has also swallowed a Chaos Emerald. Huh? Ah, there it is! Right there! I'm proud of you, Gamma. I knew you'd be of use to me. All you worthless hunks of junk, be gone! You will get a new assignment. This one's easy. Go to the room through that last door. Once there, you'll find a girl and a bird. Just get me that bird. Now, go!
Is this the one? Beta? This is the wrong room.
Okay. There was a lot that just happened that we kind of need to talk about. First things first is I actually found this out through a pretty great video from a person I watch a lot, whose name is Flawed Peacock. Of course, I'm gonna like him because he's got a bird as his icon. But you know, he was talking about certain things in this game. I feel like that he has like one of the most in-depth reviews of Sonic Adventure 1 as a title, and a lot of what I'm about to talk about comes from that video. So if you want to see more of an extrapolation about what's going on right here, go watch that. So,
Your character.
we're about to do something that I've never done for any other character. And that is the recap section when you select a character after you've played a little bit of it and then you quit out. Each time that you do something and you quit out of a cutscene and you're given control, if you quit out, there will be a new summary of events of what's up. I think out of all the characters, this one from Gamma is the most important one with the next one we're going to do for him. E102, codename Gamma. I'm a robot created by Dr. Robotnik. My next mission is to go to the cell and take the bird from the girl. I accidentally entered the wrong room and I saw Beta. I confirmed this discovery via ID signal. This does not compute. Continue with mission. And there's something so fascinating about the way that Gamma says that. But yes, I'm gonna explain why after this next cutscene. But first I kind of want to talk about Tikal as a character. So, I have made it known to a lot of people that Tikal, even though she only shows up for one game, is in my top 5 favorite Sonic characters of all time. And it's not just because of her like aesthetic or the fact that I have a deep tie with the Sonic comics, in which the Echidna tribe as a whole is expanded upon immensely. I feel like Tikal as a character is so fascinating to talk about, as what we haven't gotten to like a specific point, so I don't want to spoil it. But Tikal, whenever we have one of those visions of the past, it's usually a character standing there, and they're like, "Oh, what's going on? What's going on?" And Tikal will basically be sitting there, and you'll get like a moment of the past viewed of what Tikal's doing. And it's very interesting because at this point in the game, because we haven't seen Sonic's moment, but at this point, Tikal usually is just standing there talking to someone and we're just seeing a scene. The only time that that's different is with either Tails or Knuckles. I can't remember which character has this scene in particular. I believe it's Knuckles both times, but I could be wrong. So what happens is that you go into the memory, and Tikal is sitting there reciting, the 7 emeralds are the servers to the chaos, and they control and master the chaos. And the Master Emerald is the container for the chaos. As we kind of see in Knuckles' story, when it shattered, chaos was released from the emerald, and even though he didn't quite understand what was going on. If you kind of like take in the context clues, you're like, oh, Chaos and the red orb that is the voice of Dekal were trapped inside the emerald. That's interesting. And either Tails or Knuckles. I believe it was I believe it was Tails for the first one, and then Knuckles for the second one. Uh, let's just say it's Tails then. Is listening to call recite the Emerald's Prayer, I believe is what it's called. Basically, saying that the Chaos Emeralds serve to harness the power that is the Master Emerald. So using the emeralds, you could use that to magnify the Master Emerald's abilities and control Chaos as a force, but also Chaos as a creature, which is why Chaos gets more power the more emeralds he eats, because he's outside the container, and the more of that power that he is harnessing, the less control over uh, the the more exponential his power is becoming. Dekal then turns around and acknowledges the character is there. It is one of the only times that she does that, where she's like, oh, there's someone watching me. And then that character disappears from the memory. The other time is when the where the Master Emerald's shrine is on fire and all of the Chao are dead, and she is on the ground after just being like witnessed to whatever had happened. And when that character, I believe it's Knuckles, goes to help her up, she then responds to Knuckles going, I couldn't stop them, you have to do something. Almost like she doesn't realize that that character is a memory, or at least witnessing the memory. But in this memory in particular, she stops Gamma from interacting with any of the Chao. This robotic character is now standing there as Dekal is saying, isn't it great that Chaos is here to be their protector? As she's kind of looking at him. And it's so fascinating because that scene right there is the only scene in which Chaos is really, besides Sonic's memory that we haven't gotten to yet, it's one of the only times in which Chaos as a creature is connected to the Chows as a race. You could kind of figure that out based off of what their names are, because they're Chow. Uh, they are the servants to the water god Chaos. So it's like, yeah, neat. Uh, there's this kind of like cool vibe about all that kind of stuff. But either way, we did all of that while I will point out this is the only time in all of Gamma's story in which he is next to a Chaos Emerald. Once he obtains a Chaos Emerald that is held inside the frog, he gets a memory of the call in which he speaks to him directly. And if I remember correctly, the only other one of the other moments is when Tails is also holding Froggy, which is the tail of Chaos. And if that is actually what the case is, I'm gonna look it back up and I'm probably gonna like interject and say like, yeah, like this is the scene. Like that's fascinating to me because it means that the way that Dekal is speaking to the characters is because they are directly interacting with Chaos as a creature. in the form of Chaos's tail inside of Froggy. And I'm gonna just double check all the footage for like Tails and Knuckles to see which ones are which, and then just let you know. Okay. Oh, I guess I can't. I guess Gamma isn't light enough to actually hit those buttons. Amy's not out of her cell yet. How can she still have the high score? Do what? Never mind.
Go away!
Give me the bird.
No way!
Resistance is futile. Give me the bird.
I said no!
Why not?
None of your business, why not? I want to know why you want it.
Data unavailable.
You don't even know? I bet you'd be mean to him, you bully. Why not help us out instead? Don't you know how bad I feel?
Does not compute. Why try to save that which is useless to you? Does not compute.
I feel sorry for you. Eggman failed to give you feelings. Wait a minute, Birdie!
Get going.
Huh? Why are you letting us go?
It is dangerous here. Hurry. We'll be arriving at the Mystic Ruins base soon.
So, you're not like those other robots, huh? You truly are a good person inside, aren't you? I guess we can be friends then. Take care, okay?
Okay, so for people that just watched the VOD, I went to that twice. It is shamelessly so that I could listen to Gamma's theme song. So, if I remember correctly, I should be able to get the... Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Gamma, get ready for battle instructions. Get the jet booster from the ammunition room and get up to the deck. The ammunition is unlocked.
Okay. I forgot if you can actually, get the jet booster now, or if you have to wait.
Here's the jet booster. Press and hold the jump button and you'll float for a while.
Yeah, sorry, y'all. The jet booster is not showing up. I think Gamma is the only character that actually looks worse because you don't have all of his upgrades. Because the jet booster is intrinsic to like how he looks.
I see you've got the jet booster.
I can't.
Report to the rear of the ship. Hurry!
Yeah, let's yeah, you can't even really like see it, but the jet booster would normally have a yeah, would normally make a would have a jet trail over it.
How can I serve you, Dr. Robotnik?
Eradicate all of those menaces! Give them all you got!
Aye, aye, sir. I will comply.
I'm counting on you, Gamma!
Okay.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
That was easy.
Stop, Mr. Robot!
Amy?
Hey, Mr. Robot. I know you're not an evil sword. Wait, remember me?
Amy! Oh, I really don't get this.
Sonic, look! The egg carrier's losing altitude.
We've got to split. Take Amy and go.
What will you do?
I'll nail that Eggman. He must be stopped at all costs.
Thanks again for saving me as usual, Sonic. And how are you, my metal friend? It's dangerous here. Why not leave, Eggman, and come with us?
Why do you help me?
I told you we'd be friends the next time we met. Even Birdie wants the best for you. You must ditch that awful Eggman. Amy, come on!